Good morning, dear children. How are you all? I'm sure you all are happy and healthy. Welcome back to your English class. So, children, as you can see from the pic, that today we are going to start lesson number 7, The Clever Crab. We have already done the reading part, and today I am going to explain you this lesson. So, children, first of all, today, in this lesson number 7, The Clever Crab, we are going to cover a part of a story from Panchatantra. Okay, the Panchatantra is an age old Indian collection of animal stories that have been believed to be written by the Sanskrit scholar Vishnu Sharma and which usually contain a moral also. Okay, so this story is also adapted from the Panchatantra only. We love to listen to the stories of Panchatantra, right? So today we are going to listen to one more story of Panchatantra, and the name of the story is The Clever Crab. Page number 64 of your English Wordsworth reader. Okay. So before you read, I want to ask you one question. Okay. So children, tell me, have you ever been greedy and eaten a lot of chocolates? Have you ever been greedy? And you wanted to eat all the chocolates at a time. You don't want to share it with your siblings also. That is greediness na, when you think about your own only, when you become selfish, right? When you want all the things for yourself only, you don't want to share those things with anyone. So have you ever been greedy? So I think we sometimes become greedy because we like the anything like chocolates, toys, anything. We sometimes like these things very much and we become greedy, and we only think about ourselves only. We become selfish sometimes, right? But over greediness sometimes harms us, right? आपने सुना ही होगा, एक बहुत ही पुरानी और बहुत ही प्रचलित कहावत है, लालच बुरी बला है, राइट? तो लालच इज ग्रीडीनेस. कई बार लालच करने से हम बहुत बड़ी मुसीबत में भी फंस जाते हैं, है ना? सो दिस स्टोरी बेसिकली द मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज ग्रीडीनेस इज कर्स, लालच बुरी बला है. और this story will teach us this moral only, which will help us, which this moral is going to help us a lot. We will learn a lot of things from this story, right? How the greediness of this dog led him to a downfall, okay, led him to his destruction, right? So read the following story to know more about the greedy stork and his downfall. So let's start with the story. Once upon a time, there lived a stork near a big pond. So as you can see, this is a stork. You can see in the picture. In Hindi, we say bagula. Bagula suna hai na aapne? So once upon a time, near a big pond, there is a very big pond. In the picture you can see, and near that big pond, there lived a stork. It is a bird basically, okay, with a long beak. Okay, so the stork would catch fish from the pond for food. Okay, in that pond there were fish also. So from the pond the stork used to catch fish for food with the help of that beak, right? You can see the beak here. So with the help of the beak it used to catch fish and eat it. Okay, as time went by the stork grew old and could no longer catch fish. So as time went by, what happened? The stork grew old. Okay, and he was no longer able to catch fish because he grew very old. Now he became very thin and weak. है ना? When a person grew old, what happened? He or she reduces its energy. He or she is not able to do that type of work, right? He or she cannot do very heavy work, right? So similarly the stork, when he grew old, he was not able to catch fish from the pond because he grew very thin and weak. One day he got an idea and started crying by the pond. So, because he was not able to catch fish, he was not able to eat anything from the pond. So, what did he do? He think of an idea, okay, to fill his stomach because he was very thin and weak because he could not eat anything. He could not eat properly. So, that is why he made a plan. He got an idea, and then what happened? He started crying by the pond. He started crying, right? So, what happened next? Fish, why are you crying? So, one fish came near to the stork, and fish asked him that why are you crying? What is the reason? Stork, I have come to say goodbye, my friends. I am moving elsewhere. So, what he said? He told them and that he is saying goodbye, he is going somewhere, and that is why he is crying, right? And the stork told the fish that he is moving elsewhere, means he is going to some other place, okay? So fish asked, why? What is the matter? Why are you going? Why are you leaving this place? Stork, my friends have just told me that this year there will be no rains and thus pond will soon dry up. So what Stork answered? Stork said that my friends had just told me, my friends has informed me that this year there will be no rain. No rain is going to happen this year and this pond will soon dry up. There will be no water. So how can we stay here? How can we live here? So it was all plan of Stork. Okay, you will came to know further in this story. So it was all a plan made by the Stork, and he was acting accordingly. So what he said? He said that there will be no rain and the pond will soon dry up. There will be no. Now moving on to page number 65. Fish together. What will happen to us then? We will die without water. So, as you can see in the pic also, all the fish they ask the stork that what will happen to us then? What we will do? We will die because there is no water. If there is no water, how can we breathe here? Right? Fish cannot live without water, na? You all know that. Stork, this is what has upset me. You are my friends, and I am sorry that I might lose you. But I need to fly to the other pond across the hills. So what the stork said, what he said, that this the reason why I am upset, because you all are my friends, right? And I am very sorry because I might lose you, right? Maybe I cannot see you again, you all will die, but I need to fly to the other pond because I want to save myself. So I will go across the hills. That is why I am leaving the pond, because there will be no rain, there will be no water, and this pond is soon going to dry up. So I will move to the other place, I will move across the hills. So next what happened? Fish, go if you must, our friend, but do think of a way to save us. Then fish, they all were very much worried. So what they said? They said to the stork, you go, okay. You go across the hills, but do think of a way to save us. Tell us something. How can we save us? Okay, give us some idea. How can we save us from this situation, from this trouble? How we will save ourselves? Stop. I have an idea, but will you take a chance? So what he said, that I have an idea, but will you take a chance? Will you go by me? Okay. Will you act according to me? The stork asked from the fish that, will you take a chance? I have an idea, I'll share with you, but will you trust me? Fish, do tell us your idea. So fish, what they said, that please tell us your idea. We want to listen to it. Stork, well, you need to trust me. So stork, what he said, that you should believe on me, first you should trust me, then I will tell you my plan, my idea. Fish, we do, tell us your plan. So all the fish, they said that we trust you stork, please tell us your plan, please tell us something, the way, so that we can save ourselves also from this situation, from this coming situation. Stork: I could carry each one of you one by one across the hill to the other pond. So what he said that what I'll do, I will carry with the help of my beak, and then I will carry you one by one and will take you to the other part of the hill. Okay, and there is a pond across the hill, I will leave you there. Okay, the fish were a little worried. They knew that the stork could eat them, but they wanted to save their lives. So, children, in reality, stork would catch fish from the pond for food. Stork used to kill them for food. So, fish were little worried. Ki, how can we trust him? Because stork previously also, when the situation was all fine, stork used to eat us for food. But there is there is no hope, right? That is why the fish, they need to trust on the stock, right? So that is why because they wanted to save their lives, they trust the stock and they agreed to their plan. Okay, they agreed to his plan and they told the stock that we will go according to you, we will move further according to your plan. There was also a witty crab who lived in the pond, but he did not trust the stock. As you can see in the picture, there was a crab also. There was a witty crab. Witty means very clever. So there was a crab also who lived in the pond along with the fish and the stock. So, but as he was very clever, he did not trust the stock. Okay. Crab: listen, fish, the stork may not be telling the truth. So, crab discussed with the fish that, listen, stork may not be telling the truth. He alerted them that please don't believe on the stork. Let us stay here and see whether the pond actually starts drying up. So, crab suggested them that please stay here only and we will see that pond actually starts drying up or not, or the stork is just telling the lie. Okay. Fish: we do not wish to die. The stork is trying to help us. If you do not wish to come, you can stay here alone. So when the crab suggested him that please stay here, don't go anywhere because stork might be telling lie, but the fish, they do not listen to the crab. What they replied? They replied that we do not wish to die. We don't want to die over here because the pond is soon going to dry up and the stork is trying to help us. Right? Stork is our friend. We are going to believe on him. Okay. If you do not wish to come, you don't come. Okay. The fish replied to the crab. You stay here alone. We will go with the stork only. We will go with the plan of the stork because he is going to save us. Right. So from the next day onwards, the stork began to carry the fish across the mountain. So from the next day, what did the stork do? According to his plan, he started carrying the fish across the mountain one by one, and soon the pond was empty of all the fish. Stork to the crab: your friends are all waiting on the other side, and today I too shall leave this place. Do let me take you across to the other pond. So soon what happened? There was no fish, right? Because he has taken all the fish from the pond. So that day there was no fish inside the pond. So there was only one crab present in the pond. So the stork asked the crab that your friends are all waiting on the other side. So you also come with me. I'll leave you there where all the other fish are staying very happily. Do let me take you across to the other pond. The stork asked the crab, please go with me. I'll leave you there in the other pond. The crab did not trust the stork, but seeing no other way out, he agreed. Okay, but do be careful, said the crab. So crab did not trust the stork. Crab did not have any trust on the stork. He did not believe the stork, but there was no other way, right? So that is why he agreed and he told the stork that please be careful. Okay, I'm going to trust you, but you should not break my trust. Okay, while they were flying, the crab spotted fish bones. So while they were flying, you can see in the picture also, here in this picture. So while they were flying, what happened? Wait, I will show you. See, here is a crab and he is taking that crab to the other side of the mountain. So while they were flying, the crab spotted fish bones. So what did he see? The crab has noticed that there were many fish bones. Okay, so scattered all over the, scattered means distributed randomly. All over the hill, there were only fish bones. So he soon realized that the greedy stork had killed all his friends. So he soon came to know, because he was very clever kind of crab. So he soon realized that the stork has eaten, killed, and eaten all his friends. He is lying. The stork is lying to me. The stork has lied to the fish also. He quickly dug his pincers. Pincers means front claws of the crab. He quickly dug his pincers. Pincers means front claws of a crab, and the front claws of the crab are very sharp. So he dug his pincers into the stork's neck. And then what happened? He did not let go till the stork started bleeding. So when he dug his pincers, when the crab dug his pincers in the stork's neck, what happened? The stork started bleeding. Crab, so this is how you repaid. So crab has taken his revenge, and crab told him that this is how you repaid the trust of my friends placed in you. My friends have trusted you. Fish have trusted you, but you have broken his trust. That is why you should get some punishment. So crab had given his punishment, and he dug his pincers, he killed him, right? Now you too shall suffer. What he said, now you too shall suffer. You I'll give you punishment, and you will suffer now. The cruel stork died, and the witty crab lived to tell this tale to others. So the cruel stork, the unkind stork, he died because of that pincers, because he started bleeding, he died. And the witty crab, the clever crab, still lived, and he shared this tale to everyone. So I hope you like this story. You have seen in this story that how greediness become a curse, right, for the stork, because the stork become very much greedy. He had eaten all the fish, then he wanted to eat crab also, but crab was witty and he had taken the revenge, right? So we should never be greedy. We should share everything with everyone. We always told you, share your things, sharing is caring. So we should never be greedy, because greediness is curse, लालच बुरी बला है. और आज हमने यही स्टोरी से यही मोरल सीखा है. So I hope you will follow this moral in your life also. So children, read this story. Do listen to this video twice, and if you have any query, you can ask me. Thank you.